Hello, welcome. Are you feeling lost in the chaos of life? Join me as we do a reading for everything you need to know right now. Are you curious about what is in store for you? This is the right place to know what you have to look forward. I am Danyell Carmelita, your favorite tarot reader and astrologer, and this is a pick a card reading. I have some additional charm pulling here in the corner of the screen, if you can see that. So we may be doing that added on to this reading. I also have some additional oracle cards that we will be working with. I have one of my favorite oracle decks. We will start the readings with this. This is the Wild Unknown Alchemy Oracle. Also, this is one of my favorites. This is the Soul's Journey deck. And if I want to add some more spice to this reading, and it's not spicy, but just add extra element to this reading, it is the Angels Among Us. So if you are new to Pick a Card reading, welcome. This is such an exciting experience. I actually love Pick a Card readings for myself. And what you do is I have the timestamp down below and you will pick one of the readings, and the timestamp will be down below saying Pile 1, Pile 2, Pile 3, Pile 4, and that will be your reading. Now, I must say, I sometimes pick two readings. Sometimes I will pick a reading and I'm like, no, I wasn't quite sure if that was the reading for me, and I would do another reading. Sometimes two readings do work for me. So everyone is individually unique. So sometimes people need more, especially my Sagittarius placement. And sometimes someone just wants a singular reading. It's all up to you. Now, how do you pick a reading? Well, just like I said, everyone's different. Something could be drawing you today to a particular reading. You guys, I actually got code, so I went and put on a pullover, a duster, so this might come off. Anyway, so how do you pick a pal? Well, there could be a particular number, 1, 2, 3, 4. There could be the color of the deck, which they're all kind of blue theme, or you can pick upon a crystal, which I will explain a crystal. And lastly, you can determine by the name of the deck, which I will tell you the name of the deck. And lastly, it could just be random, mini, miny, mo, whatever floats your boat. So let me tell you the names. Let me introduce you to the pals that we have here. First, we have the crystal malachite, and is a powerful stone used to shield someone from negative energy that affects your mind, your body, and your spirit. It helps balance the emotions. Many people use it to enhance creativity and imagination and your intuition. So that's what you have with this crystal. And the name of this tarot deck is Paws Tarot. Paws meaning like animal paws, tarot. So that is Pal 1. Pile 2, the name of the tarot deck is the Tarot of the Divine. And the crystal that I use for Pile 2 is beautiful. It's blue. And it is the lapis lazuli. It's a powerful vibrating stone that stimulates the third eye chakra for greater enlightenment and spiritual wisdom. It is believed to intensify the connection with the spiritual realm, aiding the user in the development of their psychic abilities. It is often used to remove negative thoughts and anger, and it encourages harmony and balance for greater happiness and well-being. And that is Pile 2. Now for Pile 3, we have the Dark Heart Tarot. On top of Pile 3, we have the Hematite. And it's thought by some to improve the strength of will. Wearing the stone may help one overcome bad habits or negative thoughts while stimulating increasing self-confidence and courage. If you need help with having some strong will, wear this crystal. The mineral is often also associated with calming and balance energy. So if you put this in your room or in your home, it helps cause a relaxing effect there. Lastly, we have the most popular, one of the popular crystals, and I normally have it in a reading. I don't have it in a reading now, but it's here in this reading for Pile 4. And oh, yes, and the name of this deck is the Winter Magic Tarot. And this crystal on top is the amethyst crystal. And we should all be familiar with this. If you're not, amethyst is usually purple, comes a little bit darker. This is the raw form of the amethyst, and it is believed to be a powerful stone that can provide healing for spiritual and emotional body. It is a positive energy and it forces the remove of any negative energy. I also have it on my bedside for dreams, and I also usually have it for a lot of readings because it does help encourage tapping into that third eye. Potentially provides a better overall health energy, and it's best to keep in a bedroom for a good sleep. And also helps with harmony and unity among all of us. So that is what we have for these pals. These are your options here. Take your time and pick which one you want. You can put a pause on it if you need more time, but this is for everything you need to know right now. Now, before you pick your pal, I have to tell you that I have a Patreon, and on my Patreon, I would do all the zodiac signs reading to attach it to this reading. And yes, my Patreon is only $4 a month. And there is behind the scenes, there's early access to videos. Also, I have videos on anytime Mercury goes in retrograde, a safety kit for that, and also a safety kit for anytime we have an eclipse. And of course, more readings, pendulum readings, yes and no readings, all that is on my Patreon. So go ahead and join that. And yes, I will see you on this reading. See you there. Welcome, group 1. Remember, you picked the malachite. Let's see how this is going to be attached to your reading. Now, before I do any tarot, I actually want to bring this oracle deck out. And let's see everything you need to know. Let's see everything you need to know right now. So we're going to do things that affect you in your past will affect you in your future. So knowing your past is very important. So this is going to represent this will be your present. This will be your past. And this will be your future. So past, present, and future. And we'll see everything you need to know right now. But in order to focus on the now, we need to look at the past and then we need to look at the future so we can focus on the present. So right now I see in the past we have vinegar. Vinegar is about your memory. Even the suggestion of receiving a few drops of vinegar is kind of sour. So it's something about your memory that's sour. It can be also overused, vinegar. I wash everything with vinegar. I clean everything with vinegar. So at first, the smell is really strong and bitter, but it does go away and it does cleanse. So I wonder if something from your past needed a cleansing and it had a bitter energy with it, but now it's going away. The vinegar card is present in a reading if it indicates a sour note that happened. It's likely something from the past is showing up in the present and demanding our attention. Wow. So this is something from the past that's demanding your attention now. And let's see what we have in the future. No, we'll go to the present now. Now, this is literally the next step over, so it's very interesting. And in your present, you also have some purification happening here. Oil of vitriol. There's resentment currently right now. And this is everything you need to know. So something bitter from your past is making you very resentful now. That's why the past is so important. And let's see what this is, but when this card appears, the question must be asked, am I the green lion or the sun? One is consuming and one is being consumed. So are you the one taking over or are you the one being taken over? Are you the one taking over the energy or being in charge, the biggest energy in the room, or is someone taking over your energy? Let's see what this is. But there is some imbalance and there's some frustrations happening currently in your life. And in the future, this is stuckness, right? Ingredients being stuck together. It's very fixed energy. At the same time, it's very reliable. Anything that's fixed, if you know anything about astrology, it's very reliable. So this is something that is staying the same. Not saying that this resentment is going to stay the same, but there's something that's going to be reliable, something concrete. It finally takes shape. because it's not moving. It's something that's, maybe this is going to be something you have to work on in the long term, or really take your time. Any fixed energy makes me think of Taurus is just going to be like, I'm going to persevere and I'm going to keep going at it. And maybe there's some healing here. We're going to get more into what needs to happen here. And we're going to use some tarot for that. Everything you need to know right now. Mix these cards up really good. Six of Pentacles. This is definitely something from your past here. It's something like charity. Someone has given you money. Either you're receiving, or someone is, or you are the charity, or someone is giving you money. This is something that you need to know. Page of Swords. Page of Swords is the energy of knowing, starting to know knowledge. And it makes me think that this stuckness here, and maybe this loyalty or this commitment here, is that you're going to start speaking up, start knowing the truth. The page is very young. Also an air sign, could be an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, but very young. I'm talking about kid young. So it could be a young person who is an air sign or have air energy, someone who's very communicative, very social. At the same time, this could be you. This could be you in the future of being stuck. And the stuckness will make me think more of Aquarius, because Aquarius is the fixed energy of the air. And also this is earth and air. So this is someone who's really going to take their time in studying, take their time in speaking and talking, take their time in knowing the truth and knowing the reality of something. Let's see what else we have. We have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is all about karma, good and bad, life cycles, and ups and downs. So there's a lot of ups and downs here, maybe with the money, ups and downs maybe with a charity, ups and downs more as giving and receiving here. I wonder if this is what gave you the bitter taste. I wonder if you even know about the money, but this is something that you need to know. We have the Hermit. So this is someone who's going to take their time to study. You're studying. You're learning some stuff. This is self-taught energy. You're not going to school learn it. You're learning it on your own. What else do we have here? So dealing with these ups and downs and these cycles, this is a Devil card, right? And the Devil card is toxic energy, addiction, materialism, and also feeling like trapped in something. And you're being trapped to this concept here, this concept of ups and downs in life, or maybe there's some bad karma, and it could be dealing with some money that you need to receive, or some money going your way, or maybe the person who's giving you your money is the devil, literally. And the devil can come in all forms, and yes, it can come in a person. So, but maybe you are having this cycle of ups and downs, and things are not being steady because you're dealing with this devil energy. It's very toxic, or it's very materialistic. You're looking at the surface level of it and not going deep, and falling into a trap. No bueno. But it's something with money, something with a charitable or giving energy, and it's giving you a bitter taste. And right now, in your present, it's causing you to be consumed. Let's see what else we have. Ooh, very positive. You're going to be going places, though, right? So what you need to know right now is that there will be movement forward. The Cancer, that's what that represents, Cancer, and it's all about using your empathy as an intuition. So really going off of what people feel and not words. So don't listen to what people say, even though you have this words here, but you also need to go off what people feel. How do they feel? What is the room? What is the energy in the room? This is what you need to know. You need to understand that. Now, this is someone who's going forward, even though there's two decisions being made. See, there's black and white, but you're still moving forward because you're going off of your feelings. You're going off of what you truly feel. Also, you're going off of being protective and being protective of your family, being protective of your kids, being protective of your spouse. That is the Cancer energy, really being the mother of the home. And you don't have to have kids, you don't have to have a spouse, but it's someone who's protecting their home, and your home could be your body, right? Protecting yourself. But it's someone who's moving forward. No matter if the decisions are split, you are going to move forward. You're going to go with your intuition. I'm going to pull a few more cards here to see what else you need to know. Everything you need to know. There's some movement. So there's some movement going on with this bitterness. There's some movement and progression, maybe even some traveling with some bitterness, and it's going to cause you to have a transformation. That's what the Death card represents. It represents transformation. So there will be a transformation happening for you, and a death of some sort. The depth of this, either the stuckness of you being stuck in something, the depth of this resentment here, the depth of this energy of someone taking over your energy. The Cancer is very positive. This over here is very positive, even though this is stuck energy. Also, this represents Scorpio, which is always also fixed. So it makes me think, because you're dealing with this fixed energy, this is Scorpio, this is definitely fixed energy, and it's almost fixed in a way of, no, I don't believe you. I won't believe you. How can I explain it? Just very stubborn and, emotions, right? It makes me think of water and how water pours out, and this water is not pouring out. So it makes me think of someone who is holding their emotions in. That is what it is. And there needs to be some movement and some progression of this bitterness and this resentment. It needs to be released. This also represents psychology and maybe seeking a therapist to help release the energy. Now, because this is a Scorpio card, Scorpio represents water, and water is about cleansing too. So there needs to be a cleanse happening of this bitterness. And that is what a vinegar is all about. Let's see what else we have here. We have these cards wanting to come out. There's some denial. I acknowledge my fears, but I replace it with insight of awareness. So what are you in denial about? You need to replace it with awareness. That is something that you need to know. Health-wise, so let's look at the health here. And we're dealing with Cancer because it's going to go over here on this Cancer side. It makes me think that you need to know to look into your chest, the breast area. That is the ruler of Cancer energy. If we're dealing with the Death card, which is Scorpio, then you need to look at your health far as your genital area or your private area, right? Your genital or vagina. Health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. So you need to know, you need to check your health. Now, if it's dealing with some private areas, fermented energy, fermented food works really well. If you're dealing with the chest, I would suggest having some high chi food. But the first thing I would do is check your mental health. First thing, so you need to know that you need to seek therapy. You could seek therapy on your own, some self-help, because this is someone who eventually does it the Virgo way and does the self-help. This also represents Virgo, which also represents health. So you need to know that there's something yelling in the cards about your health. This is a major arcana, major arcana, major arcana, major arcana, major arcana. This is representing Capricorn, and I just want to tell you everything because you need to know everything right now, right? This represents Capricorn. And Capricorn is dealing with your knees. So maybe something about your knees, something about healing, not kneeling, not healing, something about kneeling with the knees. Maybe you're begging something. For some reason that needs to be said. You were begging on something and you were on your knees pleading. And maybe this could be causing the bitterness here. But you're in denial about it also too. Capricorn, I want to say it's not stuck. It's a cardinal sign. It likes to get something started. However, it gets stubborn because it's very cold. It doesn't want to feel the emotions. And here it gets very emotional here. So there's some coldness involving here. And it's like you're in denial about it. Let me pull one more here. This card, freedom. Look at that. Very positive. So what you need to know, everything you need to know is that freedom, you possess the power and the free will to create your own happiness. So regardless anything that's said here, you need to know that you're in charge of your own happiness. And what are you going to do about that? You are the author of your own book. You are the main character of your story. And that is something you need to know. Very vibrant blue color. And blue makes me think of Jupiter, which is like the god of the sky. Very expansive. It makes me think of sky is the limit for you. And that's something you need to know. You need to be the one consuming the energy in a positive way. Let's look at some archangel energy and see what archangel things you need to know. Everything you need to know right now. Pile 1. Ooh, Ariel, you have environment. Guardian of the earth. You need to go outside. Use the earth element. Check out the elements of outside here. Writing, wisdom. What is this? Thought. This is all about writing. And you had the Page of Swords in your reading earlier. So you need to do some writing. You maybe need to journal, do some research. Writing is going to help release. Writing is going to help you get out of the denial. Writing is going to help you when you have the ups and downs. And oh, Jesus. Ooh, Lord Jesus. Jesus here. Forgiveness. There needs to be, you got this resentment here. There needs to be some forgiveness. Look at that. And compassion. Forgiveness and compassion. I love that the best. And then there's the 17, which also represents 8, which also means some movement. To have some freedom, you need to have some compassion and forgiveness. So I always refer to the Bag Lady song of Erykah Badu. When you have this baggage, when you have this heavy load on you, this emotional load, then it needs to be released. There's no way to move forward in life. And look at this, to move forward, remember you need to check your mental health and your physical health too, though. I'm really thinking it's something physical. And what else we have here? We have fierceness. Ooh, fire energy, destructive, rebuilding. So stay strong. You need to be fierce. You need to be confident. Makes me think of Leo energy. There is a serpent here, meaning that there's a transformation of some sort happening, which is happening here twice because this is Scorpio, that serpent Scorpio energy too. But this is very golden and fiery. And when you have that energy, then you have to be confident. It's like the sun. The sun. Here, actually, I'm going to read this, 36, and let's see what it says for you guys. Everything you need to know right now. Fierceness, destruction, and rebuilding. This goddess is an ancient Egyptian goddess of war. Healing is usually depicted as a woman with a lion's head or in a lioness form. Made me think of Leo energy. The story of this goddess begins when the god of Ra sent her to wage war on the mortals who were not living their lives in accordance with their will. And this also represents willpower too. So when she emerged a few days later, her bloodlust was gone, and seeing what she has done, she felt so much remorse. She decided to focus on helping humanity rather than harming. So she went out in the world and was, I'm going to fight everyone, and that did not work out. So focus on your well-being and your health. Focus on love and compassion and forgiveness. Anger issues, release them. Frustration, this is a time that you need help with. Anything you're fearing, this is a time to heal and create your health with it, right? Dealing with others who are warlike, separate yourselves from them. Because that is also the duality of something. Duality meaning black and white, right? Good and bad, masculine and feminine. And do you want to constantly have your life with these ups and downs? No. Choose your battles. Start again from scratch. This is all about rebuilding, resurrecting the old parts of you that you like to bring back. What is from your past? I said something from your childhood, and that card didn't represent childhood, but I felt like that had to come up. But what is from your past? Is it something when you didn't receive money, or you were poor, or you were a part of a charity, or a charity helped you? Maybe that needs to be something that's brought up in your future. Cleanse and clear all that no longer serves you. Your slate is wiped clean. You can start over and start new again. Very positive reading. There are a lot of things that you need to know. This is everything you need to know right now. Actually, let me pull some charms for you. We have some charms that fell out. So I have the L, I have an R, a V, and let's see, I'm going to pull a card and I'm going to tell you how these letters will relate. This is something that will probably bring some healing to you. Something with these letters is going to bring some healing for you. Maybe it's the name of an organization, maybe it's the name of a person, maybe it's the name of a therapist, or a school, an institution, a place, or an area, or maybe there's something on a sign, but it's going to bring some healing, some alchemy in your life, some balance to help you with this vinegar bitterness. So remember, I do have a Patreon. I'm going to add the astrology to the Patreon reading, and that will conclude of everything you need to know. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Welcome to your reading. Remember your crystal and what it represents with this reading. Now, before I start pulling the tarot, I actually wanted to pull out this oracle deck so we can know everything you need to know right now. And we're going to see the past, the present, and the future, because that, of course, is going to affect everything you need to know right now, right? You can't know the future if you don't know, if you're not looking at the past. And of course, how can you focus on the present if you don't know what's going on in the future? You don't have to know what's going on in the future, actually, but this is everything you need to know. Oh, an extra card is here attached with this. So we have 2 cards representing the future here. So we'll put that here. Actually, we'll put it down here. There we go. Now, for your past, we have For your past, this represents an artist, right? Multiplicity, very creative. And let me see what else. This is the balance union of the divine masculine sun. Here we have the sun and the moon, if you can see both of those in this card. So it's like the moon and the sun, masculine and feminine. The alchemist today is more nuanced, so it's like dealing with both of them. It's like in your past, you were dealing with masculine and feminine energy. Judgment is suspended. The gods are present as they're creative for a brief moment. It makes me think something with sexuality too, because you are dealing with these rainbows. But there's something masculine and feminine. This also could represent mother and father, female and male. Also something with sexuality. We'll get more into it. So let's talk about this present. This also makes me think of this as the subconscious, but this is something that is your present right now, which is autumn. Who doesn't love autumn? Also makes me think of Libra, because Libra is the beginning of autumn and it's very aesthetics, and you're dealing with relationships and partnerships, not just relationships of loved ones, but it could be relationships of a partner. Wondering if there is a partner who is bisexual or a gay or lesbian, and you're dealing with this partner here in the present. But this is something of your past. Or it could be a parent who is bisexual or lesbian, and you're dealing with it in the present. Doesn't have to be bisexual or just so you, but this is, when you're dealing with the rainbow, it makes me think of Gemini energy, of someone who does it all. So for example, I have a Mars in Gemini and I dress different every day. This is someone who actually wants everything, can't just stick to one thing. But there's still a male and feminine energy here. So maybe mother and father. But the present is autumn, right? And the autumn is dealing with, let's see, X1X. Dealing with culmination. There's also generosity with this card. This is also someone who's helped you a lot and you're realizing, wow, I had a lot of help and I'm really grateful for that. Holding tight to your bounty won't do any good. The alchemist shares their wisdom. This card is about generosity and gratitude. Generosity. Now this card from my memory is, I'm going to look it up real quick, but this card is representing death and transformation, a rebirth of some sort for the future. So generosity, relationships, very Libra energy, and because we're dealing with this autumn here, even though I do see this as an earth sign. This is earth energy. So this is earth energy. So this kind of makes me think of Libra that is very typical. So not like a Libra who cares about aesthetics, more energy. But let's look into this card, which is about your future. This is a transformation. Something's ending in the future. There's something that's going to die. You're no longer going to be attached to it. It's going to be released. I wonder if it's all this energy from your past and present. And let's see what this subconscious energy, it's very sparks of life, very positive, actually, subconsciously, or something you're not paying attention to because it's below everything. We'll get into that. This card is a card of hope. A message of hope is going to arrive, a flickering and shimmering with enthusiasm. The presence of magic, a vision, and a dream, or a simple readiness to wake up from the long slumber. Follow the physical body, follow the tingling sensations of aliveness within you, and don't go astray. There is vitality, there's clarity and inspiration. You are alive, you are a vital being. Appreciate this moment. One spark leads you to the next. Very positive. So this seems like very dark energy, to be honest. And I'm not saying that it's negative, but at the end of the light is, at the end of the tunnel, there is the light, which is very Scorpio energy, which also represents death here. And death represents shedding off the old skin for renewal. Also, it's the underground world, right? Scorpio and death. And to come from that, you have to go through the darkness to come to the light. And that's what looks like it's happening for you. Very future energy. It's going to look dark, but there will be some positivity coming out at the light at the end of the tunnel. Right now, everything seems positive. Your past, everything seems positive. This fall thing is like, it's like shedding some leaves, shedding some stuff here, which is going to bring this here in your future. But it's still all good regardless, because this lesson is going to bring new light to your world. Let's see what else we have here. We have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is very anxious when it comes to love and relationships. Maybe there's someone, a new lover coming your way. This is something you probably need to know. This also is relationships, but not just a love, right? This is relationships with a spouse, relationships with family, relationships with your kid. This is also romantic energy too, because you're dealing with the water sign, which is dealing with Pisces. So our relationship with the collective, with the human race, that could be happening here. I'm wondering when you're touching this card, but this could be the relationship of the mother and father as well. Now, also this could be dealing with the relationship of your money, because that is a relationship that's very secretive and personal, and that's dealing with Scorpio energy, or the relationship of your sex life, because that also represents Scorpio energy, which is also dealing with relationships as well. Also, we have future. Ooh, speaking of relationships here, but God is giving you something new. So something is going to be shed, and then there's going to be a new romance in your life, a new energy of spirituality and intuition and clarity from within, or there's a cleansing that's going to happen with this shedding of the death, because you are dealing with waters. It is a new cleansing, but it's all new. So new love life, new relationships, new intuition, new sparks of creativity also can happen here, a cleansing of some sort as well. That's what you have coming up in the future. And also we have here the world, and the world is a culmination. Makes me think that maybe it's also like the world stage. Maybe a lot of people know what happened in your past. I wonder if you are famous. That could be a thing happening too. The world is also dealing with some endings. This also could be dealing with the internet as well. Very Jupiter, very big energy. Actually, I'm going to pull another card to go with that. And we have the Devil. If you came here for a second reading, this Devil card was actually over here. Very huge, interesting things happening with addictions here, or some toxic energy. It's not positive, toxic. Now, this also could be really dealing with the Capricorn energy, this Devil card. And a Capricorn could be someone who's really focused on their goals and their long-term goals, but someone who's very cold and the emotion is not there. We are dealing with some emotions here, and we are dealing with anxious emotions, really communicating the emotions, but you have this code addictive behavior here. Let me see. I'll come back to this. Let me go to the future. We're going to definitely come back to this. I'm going to pull some other cards for that. We have the Six of Coins. Wow. A lot of the same cards are coming out from the first reading. This is a whole different deck though. So very interesting. Six of Coins is all about giving and charity, and looks like you're going to be giving. Something is going to be, you're going to be receiving money, or someone's going to be giving. You're receiving money, or you will be giving money. Eight of Coins. It does not look happy, the Eight of Coins. Normally it seems like a happy card. For some reason, I feel like she looks sad, but this is someone who's really working on their craft, but it doesn't bring you happiness. It's like someone who's doing too much of something that doesn't make them happy. Maybe this is what you're shedding coming up in the future, and there's an awareness that the details of something that you're working on isn't making you happy. This also is like Virgo energy, right? So really paying attention to the details, really looking at the fine print, or someone who's doing something out of habit and routine, and you're like, I don't want to perfect this craft, because to me, she looks sad. I don't know what you guys think, but it looks like someone who is unhappy doing it, and there's going to be a shedding of that. Let's see what else. Ooh, we have the Star card. Star card is very positive. There's faith, there's hope, there's healing. This is your future and your goals. All this is going to be happening. You're going to be receiving money. There's new energy in spirituality and some cleanse of some sort, maybe cleansing that negative energy that you had in your past. All that is going to be coming for you, and looks like you'll probably be cleansing this detailed or monotonous work that you don't care about the details, and just a little nooks and crannies of whatever your talent or your apprenticeship is. But someone's going to be giving you there's new hopes and new dreams for your future. This also represents future because it's Aquarius energy. Maybe there's something with science too. Also something that's very knowledgeable. Aquarius energy is the smartest energy, very intelligent, very honest, very truthful, and they use their words. Let's see what else we have from this past here. It can get us some clarity with here. And where am I? Oh, here we are. And we have the Justice card. Relationships. There's something here with relationships, and it's no bueno. Even them in a world of Jupiter, very expansive. Something big in relationships is happening here. Now, this card also represents law. It also represents harmony and balance. It can represent aesthetics and fairness and the truth. But there's something I'm thinking with relationships here, and it in the future here, you're dealing with the fall leaves of it falling and shedding and it becoming this darkness here. Let's see what else we have for you guys. Everything that you need to know right now. We're going to pull some cards. And we have acceptance. I am learning to accept things that I cannot change. So if it's something from your past and you cannot change, you got to let it go. Shed it. Love. I commit to the practice of love and seeing the good in all things. Who does not love that? So you want to go off of love. You don't want to go off of negativity. You want to go off of anger, off of fear, off of lack. Let's see what else we have here. Adversity. Ooh, this card is about adversity. I accept the challenges are the best way to learn. And adversity, I'm actually going to read about that card since this is everything that you need to know. I'm going to pull out this guidebook. Is there a guidebook with this? Yeah. Let's see what the guidebook says for adversity. Because I'm thinking that this is the connection to this androgynous card here. I accept the challenges, the challenge. No one ever said life was going to be easy. Obstacles are present to you, so you may present to you so that you may overcome them. Believe that you will, because if you don't believe in yourself, no one will. Confidence comes to those who have succeeded in conquering adversity, and then the next hurdle won't seem as daunting. Adversity is an opportunity for you to reach out to your soul family. You are not alone. It made me think of someone in your family, in your household. Didn't I say relationships? You are not alone in this time of challenge. If you need help, others are waiting to offer assistance. This test may have come into your life to teach you to receive rather than to give. Ooh, to receive rather than to give. I wonder if you are the one receiving something as far as love and hopes and dreams. Love, receiving. This is a card of receiving and charity. Ooh, didn't that tie a lot of things together? I'm going to pull a few more cards out because, of course, this is about everything you need to know. Let's see what else you need to know. And we have Mother Mary, purity of the heart, conception, and faith. Again, we had some faith here. You need to have some hope and faith. This is something you need to know. That's a 9, meaning there's going to be a new start. Resurrection, speaking of a new start. Fertility, new start. So yes, there's going to be a new start. You're going to be changing. There's going to be a birth of some sort happening for you. I'm going to pull 2 more cards here. We'll put this deck away. Let's see what we have here. Our unconditional love. Again, love. Heart healing, self-love. Ooh, not love with others. This is about self-love, loving yourself. And lastly, we have reflections, dreams, and visions. So you need to focus on your dreams and visions. What are you dreaming about? That is, write it down once you wake up, because I'm telling you, that is telling you everything you need to know. This is in the soul of the reading. Look at that third eye. So there needs to be some reflections. There needs to be a relationship with you and God. 11 equals 2, which is you and spirituality, you and God, your relationship with that. And things starting forward. Something new is starting. You're rebirthing of some sort. There's a new spark of life. Resurrection is representing Aries season, and it's a new birth, new beginnings. And that's definitely what you're going to have. There is some change and conflict happening, of course, but you need to always, with change and conflict, practice self-love. And there is an end of something. And when it's ending, you need to, again, revert to love, because it's the purity of the heart. But you need to focus on having faith, which is also at the end of your reading. Kind of at the beginning and the end, having faith. Whatever the relationship is, you need to accept it. You need to understand that life is about ups and downs. You need to also understand that adversity is going to make you the special, unique person that you are, regardless of what it is. Now, you're also not that unique. There are so many people on this planet that's dealing with the same issues that you're dealing with. So there are some sources you can use to reach out to not feel so alone. So there is that too, but you need to accept whatever it it is from your past that's representing the present that's going into the future. And this is everything that you need to know now. Oh, actually, let me pull some of these out to see what we have here. And let's see how these letters are going to relate to you. I'm going to pull this card. It is the Six of Wands. So there are some people or some organizations that's celebrating you, that's putting you on a stage right now. And it's dealing with HRZ. They're putting you on a stage. They're putting you on a pedestal. They believe in what you believe in. They're rewarding you. Follow this energy. This could be an institution. This could be a place. This could be a random sign on a road. This could be on someone's license plate. This could be the beginning of someone's name. So yes, that is what we have. This is everything that you guys need to know. I hope group 2, you enjoyed your reading. And remember, the additional part of this reading is on my Patreon, and I'm going to do your zodiac sign. I will see you guys there. See you next time. Bye. Hello, Pal 3. Welcome to your reading. This, remember, is your crystal for your reading. Let's see how this relates to everything you need to know. Now, I have to say, this is one of my favorite tarot decks. For some reason, I couldn't tell you at first. I didn't care when I purchased the deck. I actually do like the way it feels. But when I have readings with this deck, it's something, it really works with me. So, I love this deck. But actually, before I even pull the tarot, I actually want to pull from this oracle deck. So let's pull from this one first, and we will work on that tarot. But I wanted to pull from these cards, actually. Let me mix it, and this is everything that you need to know. For some reason, I feel like this card needs to be definitely in your reading. And let's see what else we have that needs to be. So, just so you know, I believe in order to know really about your reading, you need to know about the past, present, and the future. You can't go and know everything if you don't know what happened in your past. Wow, I pulled this card in the first reading, and it's about bitterness, feeling like resentment. Not resentment, but there's a bitter taste happening here. And we'll see what this one is about for your present, and this is your future. Oh, future is some cloudiness here. Let's see what we have and what everything means. The vinegar to me represents cleansing of some sort. I use it to clean my home. It's a very natural ingredient. It makes everything whiter. So there is that could be happening from your past. Now also there's a bitterness, right? There is like a stench to it. It comes off very strong, but it does go away. Now the taste is also very bitter too. So there's something from your past that could be dealing with this kind of energy, everything that I just explained just now. Now, for your future, you're dealing with initiation. You're dealing with like something's beginning. The work is beginning. This card indicates something that occurred. Now, you may know it or you may not know, but something occurred to initiate the spinning of the alchemist's wheel, the harmony of something. With this mighty churning things are about the change of every level. So everything's supposed to change. Things are supposed to change at every level. You may not know this presently, but there's something working. The raven's work cannot be undone, just as the peel cannot be unswallowed or the pearl turned back into sand. You may be overwhelmed or think the journey ahead is not for you. Your matter, not the raven. Not to the raven. Your doubts matter to you, but not to the raven, as its appearance signifies it that you have been chosen. The person who's receiving this reading, you have been chosen. You are ready, and the moment is now, which is very interesting because this is a present card. Can you go back to the way things were? Can you pretend nothing changed? No. It doesn't apologize for your destiny and for your future and what's going to happen in your future. Let's see what we have for their present, for the future. And in the future, there's some smokiness because that represents smoke, but there's a warning, there's an illusion. The warning of fire cannot be ignored. Before they tell you it's a fire, you see the smoke. Well, this is the warning. Something in your future is going to be very cloudy, and it's warning you that something is coming up. It's trying to wake you up. Don't get distracted by everyone panicking. Everyone is like, oh my gosh, there's smoke. No, you need to focus. You can say, okay, there's smoke. I'm not going to get distracted by the reaction of people. I'm going to stand on my own, and I'm going to clear the smoke. I'm going to clear the illusions. I'm going to lift up the veil. So there's something smoldering, there's something, a warning, or there's some illusions coming up in your future. Now, let's see what else we have. There's no turning back here. Turning back to that vinegar, that bitterness. Let's see what else. Like I said, I love these cards, right? So this is representing the past. This is representing, the future. And this is something that you need to know now. Actually, I'm going to mix this card. Positive here. So in the past here, you had some sleepless nights, some anxieties. There's some fear here dealing with this bitterness, this vinegar. There's a new journey here of endless possibilities. You have faith. You're not aware of what you're getting into. And that is currently what's happening now. Seems very positive, right? It's very Aries. There's red here. Aries is like starting new. With that crow, makes me think of a Scorpio being strong, even though you may not be feeling strong, but you have the courage. So that is what you have from your past, right? And in the future here is the beginning of, Page of Wands, Page of Swords. We had this in another reading, but someone who is young, air sign, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, and there's something with intelligence or something with the truth or something with communication, socializing as well, and you're just starting on this new path of that, and maybe this truth is going to help you with this illusion here. Now this card represents Aquarius, and Aquarius is the most intelligent of the sign, right? They are going to figure it out. They're able to analyze and process things really fast, and when there's illusions, it looks like you need to study and learn and speak up or communicate in a very clear, communicative way. It's almost like if someone sends an email and you're like, this email is not the truth, and you figure out the truth, or a text message, or they're on social media spreading lies. It is your job to interpret the truth with intelligence. You sitting here with the master of intelligence, the master of the truth, the master of words, the master of communication, able to process things very fast, very intelligent person. Here you have in your future either a water sign coming your way who's very nurturing, very spiritual, or it could be you, right? So this could be a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. Now, this is a feminine energy. This is double water. This is the most feminine energy ever. And this person can know things without people saying the words. So here you are practicing the words, and maybe that's the illusion. Maybe the illusion is that it's about words, and you're like, no, but they said this. But what does it feel like? What is the intuition telling you? That is what everything you really need to know. What is the intuition telling you? Because that's more important than actually what's being said. It doesn't matter how intelligent they are. It doesn't matter if they are as intelligent as the Aquarius, right? If they're bringing the knowledge to the community and to the world, and if they're helping, they're very humanitarian. It's in the upright, so it's positive. It doesn't matter if that is the image of what the illusion is happening, because it's touching the cards of illusion. The truth is that you need to say, but it doesn't feel right. You need to go off that feeling. That feeling is more important than any words can imagine. Also, what are your dreams telling you? Because this person here, this card energy is going off of the image, it's going off of the dreams, it's going off of the feeling. And it doesn't care that you think it's hocus pocus. It doesn't care that you're like, this is not practical. It doesn't care that everyone is saying, no, that's not right. What you're feeling is not right. No, you need to ignore it. You need to go off of your third eye and your intuition in a very nurturing and loving way, because that is what the Queen of Cups would do. It would not be yelling it. It would just be like, that's not how I feel. I love you. I care about you, but this is how this is going to happen. We have the Ten of Pentacles. So I wonder if you lost some money, if you lost an inheritance, something with money and abundance and family, all happened here in your past. And now it's like you have anxiety for it and you're in a new journey. In the future, it really wants you to focus on your intuition. Now, this is the master of your intuition, the master of love. He is the leader. She is listening to him to guide him. Doesn't have to be a man or a female, but it is someone who has the mastery energy. Again, water signs. Again, water energy is focused on relationships, and it could be relationships of the home. It could be relationships of your mom and your dad, relationships of your spouse, relationships of your your children. That is the first institution of relationships, right? Also, it could be relationships of your sexuality, the relationships of you and your money. That is a private energy, which is very Scorpio energy of relationships, are the Pisces, which is representing romance and also representing the collective. But this focus of relationships and love is strong here, especially with the duality, the masculine and the feminine. So this one is feeling it within. This one is feeling it and it feels it outside. And it's going to communicate it and motivate others through a water energy way. So it's going to say, I'm really feeling this way, expressing the feelings, and I want to motivate you and push you to come this way based on my feelings. So this is someone who motivates and puts in actions of their feelings. And he is the master and he is the leader of it. Let's see what else we have for everything you need to know right now. Oops. I'm going to shuffle these cards. I know it looked like those cards probably came out, but they were just sitting at the top from my last reading. I'm going to spread them out here, and we're going to pull some cards. Oops. The first card we have is balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into the world, and I do so without judgment. So that is something, the vinegar and maybe with the truth here, there needs to be some balance and harmony here. Grief. I wonder if you lost someone. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Maybe before you've lost, you want to understand grief and the fact that you could lose something. Fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Fear is, there's two energies, love and fear. And fear is the opposite of love. So you definitely want to work out of love, hence the love here. Grief. Now, I want to know about this grief here. I wonder if there's something that there's no point of return here, and maybe you lost someone. And this is the starting of a new journey. Something was lost, and you're sad about it. It doesn't have to be like a physical person. It could be a loss of a relationship, a loss of a job, a loss of an environment, a loss of a home. Something was lost here. But you're dealing with fear and you need to move with love. You need to have harmony and balance here. That will help you with your sleepless nights and anxiety. Anxiety is kind of made up, you guys. If you don't address it, it can take over and become more somatic, but it's all internal and it's all in your head. You need to wake up from the dream and deal with the truth and have some harmony here, have some balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. I'm actually going to read that card for you guys. Something is saying to read in more detail. Balance. Balance means bringing a sense of stability and wholesomeness into every area of your life. Many times when you look at a situation objectively, you will resonate with one side more than the other. Try not to view either as good or bad, but simply recognize that it is. This is probably what's causing that anxiety here. You're looking at the negative side and not the positive side, or both sides. The true nature of the scales of balance is to give both sides of situation your equitable, objective perspective. It can be difficult to understand the side that you don't relate to. It can be difficult to understand the side that you don't relate to, but that is the lesson itself. What is it about you that prevents you from giving both sides of the coin your non-judgmental assessment? This situation or person has been placed in your path to teach you that everyone has his or own unique, authentic story. You must put yourself in the person's shoes to really understand his or her motivation. Balance is a godly virtue, and if it is stuck, you will reap the benefits and insight and compassion. And this makes me think of the grief here. The grief here could be you. You need to let go of that negativity. You need to let go of the old you. That looks like that's what's consuming you here. And there's no changing back. You know what? There's no changing back. You know what? You shed the old skin. Release the fear and work out only on the energy of love here. What else do you need to know here? Kindness, compassion, divine mercy. Practice that. Relationship healing. There is, some relationship healing. You need to let go and think of not just one side. You need to think of both sides. Relationship healing here, and then there's some movement. I'm going to read one of these cards too, because I think this deck is really good. Unconditional love. Love, 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 love. Looks like the major part of your reading here. Let me see. I'll read this one, 8. Seek the harmonious path. Ask and trust that all outcomes will be in alignment with the best and highest good of all. Now, when you have this card, it's all about feeling more harmony and peace in your life, facing any kind of trials, clear communication. Interesting. We had a lot of communication cards here. Needs to be happening, both speaking and listening. That is part of communicating. Creating an equal energy exchange of any kind. Also making decisions. Choosing the path of least resistance. And choosing harmony and peace over being right. Create harmonious environments in your home and workplace. Trusting in karmic justice. Knowing you don't have to judge others, let the universe look after it. Okay, so even if you don't agree, which we've discussed this already in one of the cards, even though you don't agree with it, let God take over. You don't have to be the one to punish them. Let God take over. This is everything that you got. Well, no, it's not everything. Let me pull some charms here. Oh, we have a card, a charm that fell out. We have an F, a C, and an I. Okay, let's see how this is going to resonate with you. You have to persevere. You have to stay strong. You have to keep standing guard. Even if it may injure you, you are going to take your time and stand guard. You're not going, it's this fixed energy. You're going to be stubborn and stay put. It's dealing with any of these letters here. This could be a sign. This could be a license plate, building of a sign, a place, location. F, C, and I is what you get, okay? You have to persevere with these letters, okay? With this person or whatever is representing these letters, okay? It's everything you guys need to know. Actually, it's not quite so everything because I am going to pull some for your zodiac sign in the Patreon. It's only $4 a month. And if you want to see it, then go ahead and join. And I will see you guys in the Patreon reading, all right? See you next time. Bye. Hello, Pal 4. Welcome to your reading, and you picked the Amethyst Raw Crystal for your reading and the Tarot deck Winter Magic. Now, before we pull the tarot, this reading is about everything you need to know, and I wanted to pull some cards on the past, present, and the future, because how can you know everything if you're not paying attention to your past? You don't want to bring that past over to your future, okay? So we're going to pull this, and then we're going to continue to see what is everything else you need to know. So let's see what we have here. Now, in your past, there's some buried treasure. This card appears when there is something blossoming deep within that requires your attention or tending to it. Did you tend to it in your past? It could be a new love, a way of serving others, or an offering to the planet as its resources. Let me see. The journey of discovery will take you through many layers, slowly revealing your gifts. This is proof that Earth is something about Earth. That Earth's heart is what it is. Buried treasure. Something in your past dealing with buried treasure. Something very deep within. We're going to go look further into the details of the past. So let's see what we have in the present. Now, the gold represents the sun. And the sun is very masculine energy. It's on the stage. It's the heart of the matter. Could also represent father energy. Also, there's an illumination. There's a glow and a culmination happening here. When this card arrives, there is something of incredible value at hand. It is marvelous and rare. Cherish it. Get to know its properties and its sources. The gold card carries a distinct shadow. If mistaken for purely physical material, it can lead to greed and excess, causing the alchemist to lose their way. Reverence is key. So something very positive is illuminating here, but if you only look at the material side of it presently, it's not going to work for you. You want to go deeper than that. You want to be generous and warming is the energy of gold. Also giving the gift of gold. Let's see what we have for the future. Now, sulfur is dealing with up and out and both and evaporation. Let me see. Don't be discouraged if meaning of this card seems to evaporate before your eyes. For now, keep in mind that what is gross contains beauty, and what is beautiful contains its own demise. Don't be surprised if what appears to suck or stink soon becomes a great gift. So this is something that's in disguise. It seems bad at first, but then it's really good, or it seems like it's poisonous, but it's not poisonous. I don't know why I want to use that word, but we're going to get more deep into everything you need to know. These cards are very deep in meaning a lot of times, and you do see the red and the black, very deep energy, but here you have an array of colors, and then it's like earth colors covering this beautiful rose. It makes me think of a rose in Harlem. I don't know if you know that song, but Concrete Rose, something like that. So let's see what we have here. I'm going to pull this card here. I'm going to pull some cards and then see what we have. Its meaning. A lot of swords here. Hold up. So let's see what we have here. Everything that you need to know. So Five of Swords is dealing with conflict. There's some conflict. You cannot decide. There's some change. You didn't like the words that you said in the past. You didn't like what you were doing. You lost it. You won the battle, but you don't like the way you won the battle. It's kind of what you have here. And then here is someone who is undecided. There's a duality here, and you cannot decide. And it's because you feel like you cannot see. You're blinded by it, or you're blinded by the words of two different people, or you're blinded by the relationship of someone discussing something with you. But there is this duality of choices, or two choices here, and you can't decide. And it could be because of how you acted and the words that you chose to use to communicate. Now, there is a King of Pentacles here, and it makes me think that someone who is older, who is an earth sign, someone who is a Virgo, someone who is a Capricorn, or someone who is a Virgo, someone who is a Capricorn, or someone who's a Taurus, right? Now, they could be those signs, or it could be someone who is very practical, who saves money, someone who's really good with money. And it looks like you've had this argument with them, or there's something that you're indecisive about them with in it. It's something dealing with communication, words, or socializing. It's in your past. This is something in your past. This is not currently in your present. And it's maybe they were the rose that was deep down that you couldn't see here. And it clearly is something that you couldn't see. And maybe this is something that you're more aware of, because now there's this new fire here. Maybe not seeing this person, or not realizing that this person was a rose, and this is someone who is really good with money, someone who's really healthy, very outspoken about their health. Maybe someone who is a fitness instructor, or someone who's very organized and clean and knows how to put things in order and structure things, or someone who is like a gardener, or someone who's very outdoorsy and good with animals. That is what this person is, right? And there is something new here that started in your present. There's a new spark here. I'm not sure how this ties in. We'll get into how this ties in, but there is a new spark here, a new motivation, a new creativity happening here, and it's sparking this gold, which is very energy of Leo. So this new ability to be on stage, or this new ability to cause warmth in your life, or this new self-expression of some sort, right? Now, here we have on this other side here, this poisonous here, and we do have this devil here who represents toxic energy. It's on the top of the reading here, and it makes me think that this goldness, this on stage, this ability to everyone look at me, is causing this toxic energy. But this card is saying that this toxic energy, it looks bad, but it actually isn't bad. There's going to be some healing here. There's going to be some heartbreak. This heartbreak in my favorite tarot deck has a Sankofa in this card, and this healing that's going to cause a heartbreak is going to cause you to look at your past, hence the connection. You have to look at your past so you can know your future. So something that is causing a heartbreak in the future is something that you didn't deal with in the past. Here's the connection to this. So someone in this energy here that I explained is going to cause this heartbreak in the future. This is a good luck, make a wish energy. Also someone who is very content in the amount of things that they have. It could represent materialism or boastfulness, but I'm thinking there could be some happiness coming your way and some good wishes coming your way. What is your wish? Make your wish right now. And this heartbreak is going to cause some healing. Let's see what else we have for you guys for everything that you need to know. I'll pull this one. Love. I commit to the practice of seeing all good things. Surrender. I can release my need to control. And this is Capricorn energy. It's kind of controlling. Empathy. I open my heart to seeing both sides of the situation. And this is a duality and someone who cannot see both sides of a situation literally in the past here. Let me see. I'm going to read empathy for you guys. You don't truly understand others' motivations if you haven't lived their lives and seen the world through their eyes. It's so easy to judge another's behavior matched up against your own and label it as right or wrong, but you're missing an important part of the equation, the other person's history and personal path. We are all sparks of divine with a purpose here in the physical dimension, and we can all exert our free will. Some of us have lost our way along the path to love, and it is human reaction to judge others before examining their journey through their eyes with compassion. Your job is not to judge, your job is to love and understand. So it looks like maybe you couldn't see another person's perspective here in the past, and maybe it's dealing with this earth energy, and you need to have empathy towards them. This is a water energy too. So this is the wish here, that then the wish should be something dealing with feeling for others. I open to seeing both sides of the situation. Now, empathy is not something you have to physically see too. So you're not seeing both sides. It's fine. You physically don't have to see it or hear it. But how did you feel? That is really what the empathy is. It's feeling the other person's side. I can release my need to control. Now let's see what else we have for the Archangel cards here. Earth Star. It's an earth sign. The earth sign is kind of big in your reading. We'll read this card here, but there's some light, Christ, higher consciousness. Ooh, I really want all of them. Resurrection, there's a new start happening for you. A new birth of some sort. Resurrection is like God resurrecting from earth to forgive us of all our sins. So there's newness here, especially with this here. I'm going to read this for you. You are light and love incarnated. Live your life from the highest path and perspective. Activating the Christ light and Christ consciousness in your heart and life. Opening up your higher wisdom and researching new levels of consciousness. Bring more peace, love, and light into your life. Seeing things from a more spiritual perspective. Because here you're dealing with logic and it's not quite working for you. Let me see what else we have in the center of your reading. And we have here, you are a bridge between heaven and earth. You are here. Oh, wow. I wonder if that's the connection of this. You are here to seed and anchor the light on this earth and make a positive difference in the world. This is grounded energy. I'm thinking this is connected to this. This is all grounding. The King of Pentacles, this beautiful flower in the bottom of the earth, and here is the earth sign. So become a pillar of light, the bridge between heaven and earth, activating your earth star chakra. Pray in ways that work for you. Hear divine guidance through music. Go outside because that's dealing with earth. Remember to stay grounded. Talk to the divine every day. Make your life a living prayer. Playing or listening to music in a form of divine communication. What else do we have? Yes. So that's what we have for that one. Let me read the last one for you guys. But it looks like you need to practice some grounding energy. You need to be practical. You need to save money. You need to be involved in your health. You need to have a routine. You need to fit some structure into your life. Let's see what we have here. Stand in your power, go for what you want, and make it happen. Sit on the throne of your own life. Maybe you want it to be. You really want to be here. So I'm hoping this wish is that feeling more powerful, confident, and secure in who you are. Magical practices and spell work will work for you. This is also dealing with fertility. Could be some earth energy, mother healing, and protection. Is that 32? Yeah. There could be some fertility coming your way. That's something that you could know. So let me pull some charms for you. And we have 3 charms here. And see, and let's see how this, you need to walk away from these energies. Anything that's dealing with these letters, you need, not anything. It could be anything, but you will know the sign. If you see it in a piece of paper, on a receipt, anywhere, on a sign, walk away from what no longer serves you. That doesn't serve you anymore. If it's an old program, an old institution, an old place, and it has something with these letters in it, walk away from it because it's no longer serving you on this path of everything that you need to know, everything that needs to work out for you, because there's this new spark and you're meant to be on a stage. You're shining bright like a gold star, like the gold sun that you are. Be careful of toxic energy because what is toxic may be bad for you, even though it may be an illusion of bad. I'm going to pull a card on that too. So many options is not going to be good. This is what this card means. Because you have so many options, it could be toxic. Do not think, oh, I have so many options. There's a plethora of things that I can choose from, so it's all good. No, so many options is an illusion. It does not work for you. It's not going to work on your path of healing. It's not going to work on your path of dealing with this past issues of heartbreaks with this King of Pentacles. This is everything that you guys need to know right now. I hope you guys, well, actually it's not. I have a Patreon reading attached to this, and it's going to be dealing with the zodiac signs. And then that will be everything you need to know. If you enjoyed this, put a thumbs up, subscribe, and like, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.